What is going on, Earth signs? This is your girl, Venus Archangel, here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love lives for today. Well, my own video is playing on me by random. Great. Good to know. Alright. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Alright, family. Oh dear. It's a constant message for this one. I don't know what it is. You see me shuffle. Gosh. Oh gosh. The underlying energy is the Four of Wands. Okay. Alright. Okay. The King of Wands. So this is about a relationship, or this is about moving into a higher place of commitment for you guys. But there's action definitely needed here. Action definitely needed here. Now, I don't know if this is dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is about you guys going and taking, having confidence in yourself, having confidence in your ability to execute the things that you want to do, put action towards things. But the focus is so much on the relationship. It's so much on putting, moving forward in the relationship. And as we saw from this weekend, there was a lot of the stuff that you didn't know what to do about. But now it looks like you have an idea of what to do, but you're indecisive about what to do, and you just don't know if it's worth the effort now. Guys, this is a very similar message that I've been getting for you guys for quite some time. And the best thing I can say is that you have the clarity that you need. You have the path to happiness. It's up to you to walk down that path. No one can force you to or make you do anything you want to do. And the fact of the matter is that the Eight of Pentacles talks about putting work in, focusing, and putting your intentions in, like we were talking about this weekend. And the thing that's keeping you guys right now is that you guys don't see what the obstacle is to make the decision that really kind of dictates whether you walk or not, right? Or whether you do what you believe is right for you, right? It's like you're indecisive, but it's not real indecision because you're unable to see the situation. You're not even able to even come up with a confused consensus as to what's going on because you're not seeing anything clearly. But you have clarity. Everything's clear to you. Everything's perfectly fine. It's just like, it's keeping the balance. It's almost like a stalling situation. What are you stalling about? Why are you stalling? Now, it's understandable here in the past if you needed the time to understand and reflect. I mean, since we went through this weekend with the Hangman, right? It's understandable with the Hermit. You needed some time to really reflect, see, to understand you, to gain that confidence. That perhaps the Hangman energy was about was something personal within yourself, and you needed to come up with something. Now, this is maybe a higher sense of commitment. Maybe this is like a promotion, perhaps, or getting to a higher place in your business or whatever, or getting to a stable place where you are, right? Getting to a really stable place. But the Five of Swords, then the present. Now, it's really interesting here because you have the Two of Swords. To me, this is about doubt, whether or not this is worth the effort to put in. If it's worth you actually executing, right? Because there can be doubts, right? Whether, if it's worth what you're going to do, if it's something that you're going to regret, right? Because the Five of Swords can indicate a card of defeat. But you don't truly see a defeat. You just kind of perpetuate it. And it's almost like it's the Five of Swords. It's almost like... And the Nine of Swords. I don't typically read the Five of Swords as the Nine of Swords. But today I'm reading it that way because how it's looking right now is that there's a complete avoidance of a situation, or balancing, or, it's honestly avoidance of a situation because there's doubt. You're not sure. And you're trying to keep the balance and, focusing on work on one hand because you just don't feel like you're ready to make the sacrifice necessary. I feel like this I don't know what the sacrifice would be. What is the sacrifice with the Five of Swords? The sacrifice is the Ace of Wands. It's no sacrifice. There's no sacrifice. It's just about doing it, taking action, making it happen, And I think the ultimate thing here is that there's really nothing standing in your way. It's just about you doing it and being happy. But the thing is just there's no decision made about what you're doing, about actually going about fighting for your truth or going after your truth, standing by that. Five of Swords can be a very selfish energy, and I used to read that very much, but I'm not reading it for this. No one's being selfish, right? Because what you want is on the other side, the Ace of Cups. But it's all you need to do is take action. The Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands, they go great together. That's both action, usually, or action-oriented energy. But the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords is very change-oriented too. Fives are changes, but changing of perspective. What perspective are you changing? And I feel like the perspective that you're changing is about doing it, taking action, making it happen. The hesitancy is the biggest part of this reading, because all the advice is that use what you know. Everything is clear. Abuse this clarity. Don't abuse it, but actually just use it for your advantage. Because this clarity is showing you the path to happiness, but all you see is doubt. All you see is two truths. Like, I don't know. I feel like some of you guys are trying to force two halves to make a gigantic sword. Two swords are not going to meld together from nothing. Two swords indicate two perspectives, two thoughts, two ideas. And I don't know if you guys are trying to make those two ideas work, but the ultimate thing is that there's a stalling sort of energy here. There's something that's being stalled. And I feel like it's because you guys are not sure about something. You know, the Five of Swords can indicate, you know, like I said, sacrifice or compromise or doubts, you know, ruthless behavior, you know, getting your way, winning at all cost. And for some of you guys, maybe you guys are doing something and focusing on something so hard, so much, that you're trying to win at all costs, but you don't see that maybe there's another way to do something. I never typically read this Two of Swords like that, but it's like you're so focused on your own truth, but there's another truth around you right now. Like, you're holding up two truths right now, but you're so focused, you're not looking at it because you're trying to get your way only. Right? It's like you're only looking at your own way, that's it. But there's like other options to consider that may be better off at starting something new. But it's a choice. It's a choice. Two of Swords. Blindfold is a choice to turn your head. It's a choice to look at the other direction. It's a choice to put the swords behind your back and not see the options. And I'm asking right now, is the biggest question is, why do you choose to do this? Now, some of you guys would say that we don't have I'm not choosing to ignore these options. I'm not choosing to ignore anything. I'm going with what the cards are saying, guys. I'm not trying to argue with you or make you feel guilty or anything. And this is not a judgment kind of reading. If you guys are taking judgment from this, please understand this is no judgment here whatsoever. But what I am trying to understand is that well, I don't need to understand it. I'm gonna ask you, why do you feel that you have to go one way about something when you have so many different options? The sun doesn't highlight only one path. It highlights every possibility. It highlights it eliminates all the darkness, all the things that you can't see. Because you moved away from the moon to the sun. All things are clear now. So it's up to you to take action and how you choose to take action. Like the Five of Swords, you can choose what you do. You don't have to be ruthless. You don't have to have it your way or the highway. You can compromise. You can negotiate. You can, you know, there's some things you can do to gain a victory. And I feel like that's what brings it out. Perhaps it's like, it's only one way, but you don't want to take that option because you know there's other options. And it's just that you don't want to consider those options. Not because you just, you know, it could be just because, you know, you're still trying to understand yourself. But the Ace of Cups is the card for a new beginning in love, loving you, spiritual growth. And I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you guys don't see that this Ace of Cups is there. It's new love. That's probably why there may not be action taken. Maybe that's why there's stalling energy, because you know that new love is coming. It's eventual. It's going to come in. Maybe you want to start something new with someone, but you don't want to fall in love with them either. It's interesting. Very interesting time around, okay? It's very interesting. But you have the clarity that you need, guys. Nothing's truly confusing. Nothing is true. Because there's no moon card here. The decision is up to you. but the action needs to be taken at this moment. See the new life card here? That's new life. And that's talking about, you know, that's talking about starting something new. Ace of Cups. That's the Ace of Cups that we see in the future. The Ace of Wands. It starts when you want to start it. It starts with you. And then only what stalling's going to do is just going to continue this long journey. But you're allowed to do. If you really need time to think about things, sure. If it's truly thinking. If it's stalling because you don't know if you're ready. If you don't really want to make a choice. That's something, you know, everything happens for a reason. Everything is meant to happen in its due time. When you're ready. But there's no reason for there to be a stall. If you're wondering why things are not progressing the way they're not progressing, it's because there's a stall. Somebody is stalling in this situation. Whether it's you or someone else. And I typically mean for you, but it could be that you're dealing with someone else. But I think it's important to make the decision to stick by it, to pick a truth, pick a perspective, and then just go with it. Pick your truth and go with it. Pick that and use that as your clarity, and go for it. Find a truth, find a belief, find a perspective that you can stand by, that you can resonate with, and then go for it. There's no such thing as the wrong decision. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are unsure of, excuse me, what? No, sorry. I wanted to say thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos, guys. I really appreciate all the love that you've been giving me and all the support that you've been giving me as well on the channel. I also want to thank all of the clients that I have gotten from the 10 question reading. $10 question reading. It has been an honor and a blessing to have you guys choose me as your soulmate. Nope. Well, I could be your soulmate, right? Some of you guys may be, you know, maybe a soulmate, but as your spiritual guidance person, or someone you come to for spiritual guidance and dating advice, you know, because I love helping people with the dating advice and the signs and all that. So thank you so much for choosing me, guys, as your source of insight. And also, guys, if you want to participate in the $10 question reading, all you have to do is go in the description box below. My instant go information is down there, as well as my information for getting other readings. If you don't have instant go, if you want to book a reading with me, you can either click the I where the website was there, or in the description box with that link with the instant go one. But as always, guys, love you to death, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye, guys.